Have you ever wondered how the financial affairs of a loved one are managed after they have passed away? One of the essential steps in settling an estate is opening an estate bank account, a critical tool that helps keep estate funds organized, secure, and separate from personal accounts. Today, we're going to walk you through everything you need to know about opening an estate bank account. We'll cover what it is, why it's so important, and the key steps involved, the necessary documentation, and some steps to avoid common pitfalls. This information is particularly useful if you're navigating the probate process for a loved one or planning ahead for your own estate. So let's dive in right now. An estate bank account is a special checking or savings account that's opened in the name of a deceased person's estate. Unlike a personal bank account, which is tied to an individual, an estate bank account is designed to hold and manage the assets and funds of the estate during probate. The funds in this account are used to pay off debts, cover ongoing expenses, and eventually distribute the remaining assets to the beneficiaries, as directed by the will or by state law if no will exists. Setting up a estate bank account is crucial because it ensures that all financial transactions related to the estate are documented in one centralized place. Not only simplifies bookkeeping, but also helps prevent any mix-up between the deceased personal funds and the estate funds. Please comment below so I can answer any personal questions you may have. Before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Opening an estate bank account is important for several reasons. 1. Separation of funds. By keeping the estate's money separate, you avoid any potential legal complications that could arise from commingling personal funds with estate assets. This clear separation is key for transparency during the probate process. 2. Simplified record keeping. With one dedicated account for all estate-related transactions, tracking expenses, payments, and distribution becomes much easier. This is critical when it comes time to account for every dollar spent from the estate. 3. Efficient payment of debts and expenses. The estate bank account is used to pay off any outstanding debts, taxes, or bills that the deceased may have left behind. Having a dedicated account ensures that these expenses are handled promptly and in an organized manner. 4. Facilitates distribution. Once all debts and expenses are paid, the remaining funds can be easily distributed to the beneficiaries. The estate account provides a clear record of what's available for distribution, reducing disputes and confusion. 5. Legal and financial protection. Operating through a formal estate account helps protect the executor or personal representative from potential allegations of mismanagement, as every transaction is properly documented. Now that we understand the importance of an estate bank account, let's break down the steps involved in opening one. Step 1. Gather necessary documentation. Before visiting a bank, you'll need to gather several key documents. These typically include death certificate. You will need certified copies of the death certificate. This document is essential as it legally confirms the death and is required by the bank to close the decedent's personal accounts and open the estate account. Will or trust documents. If the deceased left behind a will or trust, you'll need to provide a copy. This helps prove your authority as the executor or trustee and clarifies how the assets should be distributed. Letters of testamentary or letters of administration. These legal documents are issued by the probate court. They officially appoint you or the appointed personal representative as the executor or administrator of the estate. Banks require these documents to ensure that you have the legal authority to manage the estate's funds. Estate inventory. While not always mandatory, having a detailed list of the estate's assets can be very helpful. It provides a snapshot of what the estate holds and may be requested by the bank to help set up the account properly. Identification. You will also need to provide valid photo identification, such as a driver's license or passport, to verify your identity as the executor or trustee. Step 2. Choose the right bank. Not all banks handle estate accounts the same way. It's important to choose a bank that understands the probate process and has experience dealing with estate account. Consider the following when selecting a bank: experience and reputation. Look for a bank with a strong reputation for handling estate and probate matters. Ask for recommendations from attorneys or financial advisors who specialize in estate planning. Fee and services. Compare fees associated with estate account. Some banks may charge monthly maintenance fees or transaction fees. Look for the one that offers a balance between cost and quality of service. Ease of access. Consider whether you want a local bank where you can have face-to-face interactions, or if an online bank with robust support services might meet your needs. Accessibility and customer service are key factors. Step 3. Visit the bank and complete the application. Once you've selected a bank, schedule an appointment to open the state bank account. During the visit, present your documentation. Hand over all the required documents: death certificate, will, letters of testamentary, and any other paperwork. The bank representative will review these to confirm that you have the legal authority to open the account. Fill out the application. Complete the bank's application for an estate account. This form typically requires details about the decedent, the executor, and a brief description of the estate's assets. Discuss account features. Take the time to ask about any specific features of the estate account. Inquire about how funds can be deposited, what type of transactions are permitted, and how you can monitor the account's activity. It's also a good opportunity to understand any fees associated with the account. Step 4. Fund the estate account. After the account is set up, you'll need to transfer the funds into it. This can involve closing out the decedent's personal accounts. The funds from the decedent's personal checking or savings account are typically transferred to the estate account. The bank can guide you throughout this process, ensuring that all funds are properly consolidated. Depositing proceeds from asset sales. And as assets such as real estate or personal property are sold, the proceeds should be deposited directly into the estate account. Keeping these funds in the estate account maintains a clear financial trail for the probate process. Step 5. Maintain accurate records and manage the account responsibly. Once the estate account is open and funded, your responsibilities as an executor or trustee includes recording every transaction. Keep detailed records of all deposits, withdrawals, and payments made for the estate account. This documentation is vital for accounting purposes and may be required by the probate court. Paying debts and expenses. Use the estate account to pay any outstanding bills, taxes, or debts. It's important that you maintain transparency in how the funds are used. Regularly reviewing account statements. Periodically review your bank statements to ensure all transactions are accurate and to detect any potential errors. Communicating with beneficiaries. Maintain open lines of communications with the beneficiaries about the status of the estate account. Transparency can help prevent disputes and ensure that everyone understands how the estate is being managed. While opening an estate bank account is a straightforward process, there are some common pitfalls that should be aware of. Incomplete documentations. Failing to gather all the necessary documents can delay the process. Before you visit the bank, double check that you have multiple certified copies of the death certificate, the will, and the letters of testamentary. Mixing funds. One of the biggest mistakes is mixing the estate's funds with personal funds. Always ensure that transactions related to the estate occur exclusively through the estate account to maintain clear financial separation. Ignoring fees. Some banks charge fees that can add up over time. Compare different banks and inquire about fee structures up front so you're not caught off guard. Poor record keeping. Accurate record keeping is essential during probate. Using spreadsheets, accounting software, or even a dedicated ledger can help ensure that every transaction is properly documented. Failing to update documentation. As the probate process evolves, ensure that all records remain up to date. Any changes in the estate status, such as additional funds or new asset sales, should be promptly reflected in your documentation. Here are a few additional tips to ensure your experience is as smooth as possible. Consult professionals. If you're unsure about any steps in the process, don't hesitate to consult with an estate planning attorney or financial advisor. Their expertise can be invaluable in navigating complex situations. Plan ahead. Don't wait until the last minute to open an estate bank account. Starting the process early in the probate timeline can help prevent delays and ensure that funds are managed efficiently. Stay organized. Create a dedicated folder, physical or digital, for all estate-related documents. Having everything in one place can save you time and reduce stress during the probate process. Ask questions when in doubt. Ask your bank representative for clarification. Understanding every detail from fees to structures to transaction limits will help you manage the estate account more effectively. Keep beneficiaries informed. Open communications with all parties involved can help prevent misunderstandings and disputes down the line. Opening an estate bank account is a crucial step in managing a loved one's estate. By separating the estate's funds from personal accounts, you create a clear financial record that simplifies the probate process. Remember, careful preparation, thorough documentation, and professional guidance are key to ensuring that the estate's financials are managed properly and transparently. Taking these steps not only fulfills your legal responsibilities as an executor or a trustee, but also honors the legacy of the deceased by ensuring that their final wishes are carried out accurately. With a well-managed estate account, you can navigate the complexities of probate with confidence, knowing that every dollar is accounted for and every transaction is documented. If this information is helpful to you, please like and subscribe for weekly updates. Thank you for taking the time to learn about opening an estate bank account. With careful planning and attention to detail, you can help secure your loved one's legacy and bring clarity to what can otherwise be a complicated process. Stay organized, ask questions, and don't hesitate to seek professional advice when needed. By doing so, you're taking a significant step forward to managing the estate responsibly and preserving the integrity of your family's financial future.